In the world of Spartacus, survival was never about strength alone. Many men were powerful, many men were brave, but almost all of them died screaming. Ashur survived because he understood one truth better than anyone else. Power does not belong to the strongest man. It belongs to the man who understands human weakness. Episode 8 of House of Ashur is not just another chapter. It is the episode where Ashur crosses a moral point of no return. This is the episode where Ashur stops pretending to serve Rome and quietly begins shaping Rome to serve him. The episode opens with Ashur's nightmare of Mount Vesuvius. This dream is important because it reveals Ashur's deepest wound. He is not haunted by guilt, he is haunted by humiliation. In the dream, Spartacus is dead. The rebellion has failed, yet Ashur is still afraid. Why? Because Ashur doesn't fear death. He fears being powerless again. When he wakes, he is already a free man, already wealthy, already feared, and yet the nightmare returns. This tells us something crucial. Ashur's ambition is not about success. It is about never being beneath anyone ever again. Ashur's meeting with Senator Clavius is the first major power struggle of the episode. Clavius represents old Roman authority, law, tradition, inherited power. Ashur represents something far more dangerous: information, blackmail, control of violence. Clavius tries to intimidate Ashur by reminding him, "Rome giveth and Rome taketh away." But Ashur doesn't beg. He doesn't argue innocence. Instead, he reframes the conversation. By exposing another senator's involvement with rebel arms, Ashur does something brilliant. He reminds Rome that its greatest threat doesn't come from slaves, but from corruption within itself. At this moment, Clavius realizes a terrifying truth. Ashur is not asking for protection. Ashur is offering Rome a service, and Rome has always accepted such deals. Back at the ludus, we see Ashur's true ideology in action. This is not Batiatus's house. This is not Onomaus's discipline. This is not Spartacus's brotherhood. This is a factory of fear. Ashur orders public executions not because they are necessary, but because terror is efficient. His speech to the slaves is key. Hope is the lie that killed Spartacus. This line redefines the entire Spartacus saga. Where Spartacus believed hope united men, Ashur believes hope makes men reckless. Ashur doesn't want heroes, he wants tools. Dagon's introduction is subtle but critical. He is not the strongest slave. He is not the loudest. He is the quietest. Ashur notices Dagon because he sees a reflection of himself. Silent suffering, no illusions, no honor. Dagon survives by adapting, just like Ashur once did. This sets up Ashur's long game. He doesn't just want gladiators, he wants disciples. Lucretia's return is pure psychological warfare. She and Ashur share a bond built on manipulation, survival, and mutual disgust. Neither respects the other, yet neither can win alone. Lucretia understands Rome's social games. Ashur controls blood, slaves, and secrets. Their alliance is not trust, it is mutually assured destruction. When Lucretia warns Ashur that his power is borrowed, she is right. But Ashur knows something she doesn't. Borrowed power can still kill. This is the darkest moment of the episode. Ashur forces Dagon to execute another slave, not as punishment, as education. Ashur's whisper about Spartacus is cruel on purpose. He is killing the myth. By forcing Dagon to murder mercy itself, Ashur creates a man with no illusions, a man who understands survival means obedience. This is how Ashur builds loyalty, by making his followers complicit in evil. Once you cross that line, you belong to him forever. When the Senate turns on Ashur, it appears he has finally lost. Assets seized, slaves taken, influence crushed. But this is theater. Ashur understands Rome's greatest weakness. Romans believe authority equals control. Ashur uses Lucretia's documents to redirect Rome's rage. Calavius dies not because he was guilty, but because Rome needed a sacrifice. Ashur learns the final rule of power. Rome doesn't punish evil. Rome punishes inconvenience. The illegal games represent Ashur's true victory. He is no longer begging Rome. Rome is begging him, quietly, shamefully, greedily. Dagon kneeling symbolizes Ashur's success. He has recreated the system that broke him with himself at the top, not as a noble, not as a hero, but as something worse. The final line about Spartacus's name returning is not hope. It is a warning. Ashur doesn't fear Spartacus the man. He fears what Spartacus represented: unity, purpose, belief. Ashur can control fear. Belief? That is harder to kill. This episode proves one thing. Spartacus changed the world by inspiring men. Ashur changes the world by understanding it. If Spartacus was a revolution, Ashur is the evolution of Roman cruelty itself, and that makes him far more dangerous.